Greetings, Sagittarius, and welcome to your divinely guided rune reading here for the week. In your energetic past, we have Yara. Yara is the rune of the year. This is an irreversible rune, and it's nicknamed the Harvest rune. And this is fitting for this time of year because it is the harvest season. We're past or in the energies of being past Mabon, which is the equinox, the fall equinox. Okay. And to make a harvest, to make a conclusion is to make a beginning, and to make a beginning is to make an ending. All right. And you recognize this by what you're sowing, what you have been sowing is what you're reaping. This is a kind of a karmic energy here as well. But through this as a learning and evaluation period, when we harvest, we take inventory. We learn lessons of how did I nurture the crop, right? And do I need to adjust tactic for next year? Do I have enough to last me through this next energetic bit, right? So this is very much learning, evaluation, processing, karmic lessons, and things like that from your energetic past. Take what resonates here, leave what doesn't. All right, Sagittarius, in your very now energy is Urus. Urus is grounded. Again, when the lines go straight down off of the rune, that's very grounded, stable energy. Urus, the ox, is short to get its instruction, and it wants to keep going and going and going. It's like a downward hill momentum. You see a beast running downhill, it gains speed very quickly. This is a bunch of momentum energy, a bunch of natural vitality, and gaining that momentum in that clarity, in that grounded sense. Really, whatever way this goes for you. This could be focusing more on your health and natural vitality. This is a type of a rune of abundance in the natural realm, if you will, as far as health goes. So this is also calling for introspection of what energies do you surround yourself with. Okay, maybe taking more of those lessons into consideration. We become the most like the five energies we surround ourselves most with, right? So what is your social media habit like? What type of music are you listening to? Is it uplifting, right? What type of people are you around? Are they healthy for you? That factors into your diet as well, not just food and drink. Okay, take what resonates here. All right, this is interesting here for you, Sagittarius. In your energetic near future, you have the rune of Gibo, potential partnerships, give and take, reciprocity. Gibo means gift, is an irreversible rune, kind of like Yara is irreversible. So with Gibo meaning gift, that's that balance of give and take. That's the very stable energy. Again, when the runes have those two lines that go out like that, like Gibo or Ingwaz or Atala, those are very stable energies. So you go from this learning aspect into momentum energies and your natural vitality, your natural health, and you get this rune of reciprocity, give and take, giving with gratitude, receiving with gratitude. It could be a divine partnership. It could be a relationship improving with yourself, with divine source, with a romantic partnership, like Two of Cups or Lover's card energy is what this is mostly often associated here with. But it could be also a business partnership. So please take what resonates here. Okay. In your energetic influence for the now is that divine downloads communication. This is Ansus. This is nicknamed the antenna rune. This is still very grounded energy. This is receiving divine downloads, prophetic dream work, your claircognizance, clairaudience. There's 6 clairs, right? One of those could be popping off, or several of them, or none of them. And you could just be getting like really vivid dreams. Meditation is a lot easier for you now. You could have premonition dreams, deja vu, just sudden divine gifts being downloaded to you through this learning of karmic lessons is almost like an aha moment. And I see you getting like that momentum of learning going here. And that enhanced communication aspects, I think, is what you're really diving into here, Sagittarius, which is always a good thing because Sagittarius, I'm sorry to say, not the greatest communicator in my experiences personally. Okay, so in any way, that's just my 2 bits. All right. So your advice for the energetic now is balancing needs, constraints, limitations. This is the rune Nalvis. Nalvis sounds a lot like now this. You're going down your divinely guided path, going for that divine connection. Remember, when the line is going straight up from the rune, that's your divine connection. Greetings, everyone. I'm Eric with Your Essential Practice, and I just want to interrupt really quickly to thank you for all the likes, comments, and subscriptions. And even if this message does not resonate specifically with you, it may resonate for somebody else. So please go ahead and share that with them if you feel so inclined. Thank you so much. Namaste, and let's get right back into your divinely guided rune reading. But there's something preventing you. So need, constraint, limitation needs to be addressed fully, needs to have that balance met and transmuted. So this is balancing out what are your perceived wants versus your needs, your actual limitations versus your perceived limitations, things like that. So you need to balance out what is, again, applying the lessons, I think, is what this is here. You're getting more of that clarity and that momentum in order to do this. You feel like you might need that momentum to do this, but you don't. That's just kind of a natural thing that's helping you in the background. So is this, but this is an everyday thing. This is patience. This is addressing things as they come up, not putting it off until later. And balancing out your needs, constraints, and limitations in healthy, divinely guided ways. Because when you do that, you get this beautiful gift in your near future to look forward to. All right. Beautiful partnership. What is your rune for the outcome of all of this? Okay, so we have Odin's rune. Now, Odin's rune is like that patch over Odin's eye, right? It's blocking you from, or it's something you already know. Now, with it being in your total outcome position, you don't know. You wouldn't be watching this rune reading otherwise. So with this, we're going to get a rune of clarity from a completely different, unused rune set in this reading here. And we'll get one right now, because Odin's rune, that patch over Odin's eye, is indicative of something you already know or something hidden from you, right? This is Tiwaz. Okay. So this is more discipline work, showing up for yourself, showing up, get it, up, sticking up for yourself. This is Libra energy. Both of these runes are very Libra energy, that balance, right? Sticking up for what is right, that innate sense of justice, the balance of justice. Now, the warning here is not to be a martyr in this, because remember the god Tyr. This is the god Tyr's rune, Tiwaz. The god Tyr, he sacrificed his whole arm to stave off Ragnarok. He was a martyr in that sense. So make sure if you're accepting martyrdom, you know what you're signing up for. Remember, balance the needs, constraints, limitations. When you show up for yourself, though, and for others, this is sticking up for yourself, sticking up for others, sticking up for what you know is right, the vector of victory. This is a victorious type of outcome here for you, where you put in that divinely guided work. You have that momentum to show up every day, right? You're listening to your divine downloads, communications. You learn the lessons from the past in order to give gifts and receive gifts in the near future, right? Is right now your outcome, though, is a beautiful, it's that showing up for yourself every day in that sense of victory, right? This is success after trial. Now, I have to state after trial, because this is still very disciplined and responsibility type of work. But I think you've transmuted Nalvis into Tiwaz, where you've taken these two branches blocking or this one log blocking your path. You kind of turned it into, yeah, this is no longer blocking my path. I am on my way. And you get to carry that momentum energy here still with you, right? That's very downward hill momentum, but that's in that sense, that style of speed, right? And that's showing up for yourself and for others. This is beautiful. I think through doing that, you are going to attract a divine partnership by sticking up up for others, sticking up for yourself, sticking up for what you know is right. This is like justice. Okay. All right. We're going to get a message of clarity from the Messages from the Fairies Oracle deck now. The fairies are divinely guided beings who love to assist us in our journey. So fairies and divine, please show us clearly what message of clarity. Please show us clearly what message of clarity you have for Sagittarius here for this week's divinely guided rune reading. What message of clarity do you have for Sagittarius? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Children. Your connection with children is a part of your life's purpose. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Or to even receive everything as if a child would, with a sense of wonderment, the no, like, oh, what's the catch kind of energy, right? Just being in that sense of awe and wonder, receiving the kingdom of heaven as if a child receives a gift, right? Let's read more about this card, though. It says again, your connection with children is a part of your life's purpose. All right, Sagittarius, the fairies love and trust children because of their pure faith and guileless motives. The card comes to you as a sign of your connection to them. As I read, the additional meanings behind this card, notice which message kind of clicks to you as truth. Pay attention to signs and intuitive feelings related to the topic of children, for the universe is trying to get you the message. All right, so listen up here as I read these, and whatever resonates most with you is probably what this means here, okay? All right, additional meanings for this card are your life purpose involves working with children, or the energy of pregnancy surrounds you. If so, congratulations. Or a child in heaven is sending a message of love. Or you have a connection to indigo, crystal, or rainbow children. And last meaning here is your inner child needs to play. Your inner child needs to play. Namaste. Have a blessed and abundant week.